can you discern the vibes, like the vibrations, like the motion, the feelings, like with that, following that internal calling? It's like, okay, if I call your phone, the phone gonna ring. A ring is a vibration. If I speak to you, my voice is gonna reverberate, vibrate. It's gonna bounce off your ear, and you're gonna process feeling, motion. So it's like with this internal calling, you could benefit from positioning yourself to be able to discern what is being expressed or what is being moved towards you, what is in motion, in that calling. What is, like, what's the message, what's it saying to you? Because you can think, or and you can think something is the case and be off, and it's like that's always going to be the case, right? You never like fully know, but being able to almost remove your preconceived notions and preperceptions, and be able to discern like the present moment of that internal motion, right? That makes a big difference, because things change, and it's like, if you gonna deny that change, then you're saying, I know the future. You're saying basically I'm in control of everything. And it's like, you can say that, but the reality is different. Like a localized consciousness, like a ego, a single individual isn't in control of everything. But um, being able to discern that is critical, because like, I almost say it changes, but it's not like that. It's like the path is moving, it's weaving, it's waving, it's up and down in a sense, or left and right, whatever you want to call it. But it's like there are different parts of it, and it's like you're being called internally. So like you're not setting it up yourself. There's what I like to call a divine script. It's like there's already a path, or a placement, or like maybe what word should I use? There's already something for you in it, and it's like for you to experience it in a sense, like, and being able to discern what's being internally received, and being able to discern the different things, because it's going to be, depending on what position you're in your life, in your journey, or whatever you want to call it, it's going to be other things in there internally vibrating, making noise, especially living in the world we live in today. It's people, good and bad, constantly making an effort to put things in you, put vibrations in you, put motion in you, so that they can position you, right? But it's like this internal calling that comes from this highest divine source, what I like to call my God. It's that in aligning with it, from my own personal experience, take it or leave it, like you benefit the most from that. And it's like there's a specific thing that's righteous for you, right? And I'm just talking about myself. So personally, like, when I made my last video, as I was speaking about it in multiple different directions. But like part of it was I was speaking about the making videos and stuff, and like actually expressing information and all that. And in that moment, I was able to speak that way because I had the perception of, I'm doing this is right, this is the service, and that very well could have been the case. But then it's like the internal calling led me after that to be in a position of darkness, in a sense, like not darkness as in evil, but darkness as in a lack of personal, like, I could say clarity, or I could say light, or I can say whatever I want, but it's like a sense of being unaware, right? You're unaware of what's around you in the dark, in a sense. And so like after doing that video and then being in that space for a moment, for a part of that, I was like, all right, what the heck? Like, what, I really don't know. I'm really unaware. But then it's like, in continuing in that darkness to follow that internal calling and, do my best to discern and follow those vibrations, it's like I then was led out of that into something new, and it's like you only get to that from going through it in a sense. So on the other side of that, it was so critical. That's what I'm saying. It's like so critical to keep walking, because on the other side of that, it was something different than what I was perceiving before, and ultimately something better than what I was perceiving before. And it's like I wouldn't know that back then, but in order to get to it, I was to discern the vibrations and continue following that internal calling, even though it wasn't the calling that I previously perceived it was. It was still there, and it was still in motion, still vibrating, and still hitting me. And then in following that, like I say, it led to something completely new. And this new thing for me is like extremely special, because just like every other time before, it was a major and critical piece in the journey to take the next step or leap or propulsion forward.